side, and courtesy who's?
Oh!
Good job. I love karate so much. I've been doing it my whole entire life. Everybody asks me, you know, can you open a dojo over here? Can you come here? Can you come there? Now we have dojos. We have 4 dojos. We have 3 in Houston and 1 in Los Angeles, and we're connected to the one in New Jersey as well. Rising Sun Karate is the name of our dojo, and that's kind of what we're going to be doing here today, is learning like Tosa-Kendo. So I was inspired from the fans just to get something started. People ask me all the time, and I said, you know what? I'm going to start the first online training course, and that's kind of what we did, and I'm just very excited to teach people. Well, we're going to be teaching our Tosa-Kendo curriculum, which will be teaching, you know, some of the boxing moves. We'll be teaching, you know, one of my instructors will be teaching some of the judo moves, just real basic stuff, also with some of the weapons. And we have basic self-defense techniques. And when I say basic, you have to understand that a lot of people already train, and this is going to be basically a supplemental tool where they can use just to get better through martial arts. My philosophy on belts is that we have awesome brown belts. Back in the days, people would consider, you know, a black belt an expert, but I disagree. A brown belt to me is an expert, and a black belt is a professional. And all my guys here at Rising Sun Karate are highly certified, trained black belts, and they know what they're basically doing, and they've been trained underneath me, and that's kind of what we're here to do, is pass our knowledge through the camera, you know, to you in your living room, wherever you're at. Just set up a basic spot in your living room or your bedroom. Just make sure that you give, you know, 6x6 area so you can train. I always encourage to invite your friend, so you know your friend can kind of learn some of the benefits of you know, the martial arts, and you know, you'll have a buddy. So I encourage them to bring a friend and just do a little bit of training. Remember, safety is the first important thing in martial arts classes, that you want to be safe. But at the same time, we're training your brain. We're giving you, you know, success tips where you can succeed in life. And remember, success is not driven by how much money you have in your pocket. Success is driven by, are you happy with what you do in life? Are you excited about it? And you need to follow your passion. So one thing that I promise to give you all is the dedication that you need to, you know, wake up in the morning, to have a great relationship, to, you know, go to church, to be dedicated to train. This is like, fitness is a life experience that we need to have. It is a lifetime that we need to do. I'm not here to get you chiseled and get you muscles. I'm here to train your brain, but I'm also here to get you fit, where you're gonna wanna feel like $1 million when you wake up. You know, after you work out and you train, boy, I mean, I feel good. I need it in martial arts. I need the codes of the dragons, the brotherhood, the dedication, the respect, the cooperation, the discipline, confidence, attitude, and self-respect. All my black belts and all my students need that, and that's what I'm here to teach. I don't look at it as it's going to be easy or it's going to be too difficult. I look at it as that if Oscar De La Hoya or Mayweather can throw a jab all day long, sometimes people come into the dojo and they say, okay, I already know a jab. No, that again is a lifetime. You got to practice what FAST stands for: form, accuracy, speed, and timing. So is it going to be easy for you? Maybe some of the moves, but are you going to learn? Each move has an explanation behind it. You know, when you punch, you're punching with the first knuckles because they're the biggest and the strongest. This is very important. And you see, when my black belts become a professional, every move is not an empty move. It is full of life, it's full of passion, it's full of explanation of what we're doing. And that's kind of what we're here to do. So if you are a black belt and you train, I would highly suggest that you listen to this and you learn some of the stuff, that have an open mind. You will learn some new things, maybe a new way to present a jab or a new way to present a palm heel. And it's gonna challenge them. And the most challenging thing about martial arts is your form. Like I talked about, form is your accuracy, speed, and timing. I cannot train you just to get to a level of black belt empty-minded. I can train you to have instinct. I mean, that's kind of what we need, is instinct. If someone throws a punch, it needs to be like, you know, you can't think like, oh no, I'm gonna block it and then get punched. So basically I'm training you instinct, and I'm keeping you fit, and I think martial arts is challenging. I think you should practice every single day. So if you know something on this tape, take it with a grain of salt, repeat, empty your mind, and just relearn it, because maybe you'll get a tip that you haven't learned. Long term, we have a 3-year curriculum online with trainmejdf.com, but it doesn't stop there. You see, martial arts is like this circle of life that always continues. That's why I say it's a lifetime. And the most important thing is that you do continue training. What you'll get out of it is what you put into it. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you're going to put a lot of hard work and you're going to empty your mind and you're going to train your mind, because remember, you gotta, if you write something down, a goal, you have to think it and ink it and write it down. Remember, the words I speak control my thoughts. My thoughts control my actions control my habits, and my habits create my characteristic. And I just think that if we say, I can't, we won't do. So what you get out of a long term is a healthy mind, a healthy body, and this will take your first step into black belt excellence. You have to remember, this is a supplemental tool. I do encourage you to go to a karate school, brand new. We're great instructors, all my guys, and the way that we're going to present this message to you, passed down from generation to generation from instructor, is going to be phenomenal. And I promise you guys, you will feel better in your mind, and you'll feel better in your body, and you will just be a more, I think, positive person. That's kind of what I'm reaching out for. Test. So remember, if you're looking for a black belt, this is not the place to go. But if you're looking to learn and train your brain and train your body, this is the place. We'll give you the supplemental tools to reach a level of black belt. The reactions that we need. I'll even do a few acting classes, because I think it's very important as a martial artist that we need to act. We need to pretend that we're being attacked. If we pretend we're being attacked, then when we're on the streets and we're attacked, we'll know exactly what to do. So I think acting has a lot to do with it too. Don't act like you're a good martial artist and walk around with an ego. Walk around confident, but at the same time, you have to envision that bad guy, envision your opponent. So when you do a move, it's like I can block, versus those are empty moves. We don't want empty moves. I encourage you to get a partner, but you can do it on your own. I mean, some of the self-defense techniques, you can kind of, and that's why I talk about envision and acting. If I'm doing like double parry block, I am seeing someone come at me, zombies or whatever you want to see, and I'm doing the moves, but I'm visually seeing the head and the grips and the knees. If you just do it empty, it's still gonna get a workout. But the last thing that I want to see is that someone's watching Taibo, no offense, Billy Blanks, but I watch these people do 1, 2, 3, and then they say, I feel better about going in the parking lot and getting tapped. That's not gonna work. Doesn't matter if you do 1,000 repetitions of an elbow like this. If you don't envision your opponent and envision and act that you're seeing it and doing it and understanding the moves, then you can defend yourself. Because remember, in order to defend yourself against a weapon, what do we have to do? We have to understand how the weapon works before we can defend ourselves. So we need to understand how the moves work, and we need to build instinct. And the workout cardio videos, it's not. Oh yeah, absolutely. So basically, here's what I recommend. Like I said, the online training, if you're just here to get some moves and learn, it's a supplemental tool, but I would love to see you guys get involved into a martial arts school and just use this as long as your instructor is okay with that, which he should. He should not hold you back with doing some online training. Now, understand this. This is what's my pet peeve. When someone learns something, they say, well, I'll learn it this way. That's fine. There's plenty of different ways to execute a punch or execute a palm heel. So just learn it that way. Don't correct your instructor and say, well, been watching trainmejdf.com and he said it's this way. Empty your mind every class and learn the best you can, because if I learn 1,000 different ways of throwing a punch, then I have 1,000 chances. If I know one way and that's the only way, that way might not work, and there might be 2 punches, him punching you and you falling on the floor and punching the floor with your head. All right, so supplemental training, you can get involved in other martial arts schools. I mean, like I said, this is going to take our first step into black belt excellence, and that's the most important thing. Diet, I think it's very important. I'm not a certified trainer in what to eat and all that stuff. It's important, I think, for energy. If you want to cut back from what you're eating, the only suggestion I can give you is, You know, in the beginning, if you get a hamburger, fries, and a Coke, so, you know, take it and substitute it. Hamburger, no fries, maybe a water, which is great, or a Diet Coke, little by little. Sometimes when people go on a diet, it's a crash diet. They feel great, it's 8 weeks, and then all of a sudden you go back to the same routine. I don't want you guys to do this with trainmejdf.com. I don't want you to sign up for 1 week, and then 2 weeks, and then 1 month, 2 months, and then quit. This is a lifetime thing, which is like, training your brain is a lifetime thing. You have this dedication, reminded. How many times do you remind your kids? Don't do this. Go to bed. It's a constant reminder of discipline. So all of a sudden we grow up. Where's that coach to discipline us? So we just get into the habits that we want to do. Remember, a habit like this, talking about this hamburger and substituting fries and drinking water, a good habit takes 30 days to get into. So if I have 30 days of getting into a good habit, it's easy. Bad habits are hard to break and it takes a lifetime. So if you do it 30 days, you'll get into a good habit of something. So create good habits and stop the bad habits. So to answer your question, diet's very important for energy. You don't want to work out and do all this work and then go eat a piece of cheesecake, you know what I mean? So watch what you eat, watch your diet, and just feel good about yourself, you know what I mean? That's very important.